talk about how play number 1 is how we change an address or a voter in the register and has moved within the same precinct. So what happens here is voter comes into your polling place and they come up to the table and they give you their name. Hi, I'm Steve Muller, I want to vote. We look him up in the book and bam, there he is. Steve Morrow's in your book, right? So far Steve Morrow's a green voter, right? 1 for 1. The next thing we're going to have Steve Morrow do is verbally verify his address. And Steve Morrow's going to tell me that I live at 105 Brown Street. Well, 105 Brown Street doesn't match our record, does it? So we need to ask the voter, have you possibly moved? Yes, I moved 4 months ago, or I moved 3 weeks ago. Okay, well we need to make sure you're still in the correct precinct. So here is where either the poll worker or the precinct captain, however you decide to do this, will take the voter and will use the address library to determine whether or not that voter is still in the same precinct. And for this situation, the voter is still in the voter's address, keeps them in the same precinct still. So now we need to update the voter's address. And how do we do that? First, we need to have the voter declare their party, and the voter has to show us a form of identification. Does not have to have the new address on it, and then we'll sign the book. And then we need to go to our playbook, play 1, and grab this play and fill it out exactly how it's written. And I'll read along with you here. We're going to use the address library to verify the voters in the correct precinct. We've already done that, correct? We've already taken care of that step. The precinct captain crosses out sections 1 and 2 and writes COA on the top of the provisional ballot envelope. So we simply execute the play. We cross out box 1, we cross out box 2, and we write COA up top. What does COA stand for? Change of address. So that's letting us know that this voter has changed their address and is still in the same precinct. And then the voter has to fill out section 3, the registration form. The voter needs to update their address, update their resident status. So they're going to fill out the entire registration form, and we need to make sure for this election that the voter selects a political party. This is a primary election. She's already indicated she wants to be a Democrat, or I've already indicated I want to be a Democrat, so we need to make sure that they check that Democratic box and they sign and date it. When they're all doing that, the voter will sign the book and vote on the machine. This is a green voter still, right? In the green, vote on the machine. So the voter will hand this back to us. After it's all filled out, will hand this back to us. We'll put it into the red bag, and we'll give the voter a ballot. The voter will go mark their ballot and put it in the machine. Why? Steve's in the green, gets to vote on the machine. After the election's over with, we'll process that registration form in the red bag. We'll change Steve's address, and in November when he comes in to see you, he won't need to go through this because his address will be changed and it'll be current in the book. The next part of your playbook is just kind of a reminder of what we're doing here. This is the address change within the same precinct. Voters in the green, votes on the machine. We don't give the voter a receipt here. This is not an official provisional ballot. We're just using the provisional ballot envelope to fill out the registration. And all we're doing is changing the address. So play number 1, we're just following it as it's drawn up. We're just executing the play as it was called in the hub, right there, play number 1.